Good morning, gardeners. It is a beautiful January day. There's no rain, there's no frost. And if you live in a climate like mine, you'll be able to plant certain plants in January. So I'm going to go over what I'm going to be planting in this little garden bed here for this year. So stay tuned.
greensandmachines.com.
Okay, so the main thing I want to plant this year and I'm excited for are peas. I've grown peas once in the past. They came out okay. They kind of grew where the pod varieties, like this one here. For this garden bed below me here, I'm going to plant this one. And I have another gardening bed where I have a bunch of like sugar snap peas. And this variety and those varieties, according to the back of the packet, say the vines need no support. In the past when I grew peas, I did build a trellis for it. It was pretty intricate. So I want to see how much different the no support pea variety goes compared to the one where you need to trellis it. So this variety is a pod variety. According to the back, you'll get 5 to 6 inch long pods with about 8 to 10 pot or peas per pod. So let's give it a shot. So it turns out I ran out of peas from that packet, so I finished off the rest of the row with the other variety, which is the snap peas, and these need no support either. So I know that they're planted at the end of the row here. When I'm trying to eat them, it should be pretty obvious what a snap pea is versus a pod pea. So let's talk about the next thing. In between these rows of peas, I'm going to be planting a variety of different greens and maybe some root vegetables too. So in the other gardening bed, I planted a variety of arugula, some kale, and radishes. So in this bed, I want to plant some other things, namely bok choy. Bok choy is great this time of year because it does not survive the summer well. It seems to do very well in the winter. Anytime you go to a farmer's market in my area, they have the biggest bok choy available, and it's very delicious. I really enjoy eating it. Other things I'm going to plant here. Gonna have some lettuce. Lettuce, I know some of them can survive the summer, but if you can plant them while it's colder out, more power to you. The better it goes. And beets. So you can plant beets or Swiss chard. I'm gonna go beets because I do enjoy eating beets, and I haven't really gotten the opportunity to grow them too often. So I feel like here in the ground is great. We can talk about the other vegetables I did plant. The arugula really loves the cold. The second you expose to the heat, this stuff bolts like mad. There's no stopping them from growing seeds. And I do have a great video about how to save seeds from arugula, so you can check that out. I'll put a little link up in the top right corner here. And radishes, great early season crop. It grows very fast, so they'll be out of the ground probably by March or early April. I wouldn't call myself the biggest fan of radishes, but growing them yourself is always fun, especially because you just pull them out of the ground. They're small little red balls of fun. So let's get to planting the rest of them. The pea rows are double rows spaced 6 inches apart, and in between each double row is about 24 inches. In the middle of that, so about a foot apart from those, I'm just going to plant the leafy greens, the beets, and the bok choy. So I'm going to get to that right now. Okay, that concludes the gardening session for today. We'll come back in about a week or a few days to see how things are germinating. I'll have to say though, the hardest part about making gardening videos, especially like these ones, sometimes you have no control over what's going to happen to your crop. Like you can plant them, you're all optimistic one week, and then during the week birds will come or squirrels will come and pick away all your crops, or the weather will turn bad, there'll be a frost and all the plants you're growing completely gone. So those are some of the risks of gardening in January and just in general. I'll come back and give you an update real soon, hopefully in this same video. If not, it'll be a separate video. I'm going to assume it's going to be this video